This audiobook reveals the ancient wisdom of quantum prosperity, showing you how to manifest infinite wealth through the spiritual laws of abundance. As you listen, you'll discover that true prosperity isn't found outside of you. It flows endlessly from within. Step into the sacred stream of abundance and claim the limitless wealth that is your birthright. Quantum Prosperity. Introduction. Throughout the ages, a truth has resonated within the human mind, one that conveys the endless nature of abundance. This knowledge, safeguarded by generations of mystics and sages, unveils that true prosperity emerges not from external quests, but from an internal realization of the limitless wealth inherent in all existence. As you open these pages, you stand at the threshold of transformation. The knowledge contained within transcends the mere accumulation of material riches, reaching into the quantum fabric of reality itself. Here, in this sacred space between thought and manifestation, lies the key to understanding true abundance. The universe operates through precise spiritual laws, as constant as the rising sun and as reliable as the changing seasons. These laws reveal that prosperity is not a finite resource to be divided, but an infinite stream flowing from the source of all creation. Just as a single candle can light countless others without diminishing its own flame, true wealth multiplies through sharing, expanding endlessly through the cosmic dance of giving and receiving. This ancient wisdom teaches that you are not separate from this flow. You are an integral part of it. Your very existence is proof of the universe's abundant nature. Every breath you take is a gift from an inexhaustible supply. Every heartbeat confirms your connection to the infinite source of all prosperity. The barriers you may have built against receiving this natural state of abundance exist only in thought. Like clouds temporarily obscuring the ever-present sun, these limitations are mere illusions, ready to dissolve in the light of understanding. Through these teachings, you will discover that quantum prosperity is your birthright. It requires no struggle, no striving, no desperate pursuit. It asks only that you align with the truth of who you are, a living channel through which the universe expresses its infinite abundance. The path before you now leads to this remembrance, this reawakening to your natural state of prosperity. Part 1. Unveiling the Sacred Stream of Prosperity. Chapter 1. The Eternal Stream of Abundance. In the heart of a vast desert where the sun cast its relentless gaze upon endless dunes, there lived a traveler named Rashid. Day after day, he wandered the barren landscape, his water supplies dwindling. Other travelers warned him of the desert's emptiness, yet something within urged him forward. One night, guided by the light of the stars, he noticed a small bird flying against the wind. Following its path, he discovered a rocky outcropping that seemed unremarkable to ordinary eyes. Yet Rashid, listening to an inner wisdom, placed his hand upon the warm stone and felt a subtle vibration. Moving aside a single rock revealed a spring of pure crystal water, flowing endlessly from deep within the earth. This eternal spring exists within you, an infinite source of abundance that never ceases to flow. Like Rashid, you may find yourself in what appears to be a barren landscape of limitation, yet the stream of prosperity runs beneath the surface of all existence. It requires only your recognition to make itself known. The universe's abundance flows not from outside circumstances, but from the infinite well of possibility that resides within all things. When you align with this truth, you tap into a current of prosperity that has sustained seekers throughout the ages. Let me share with you the tale of Marcus, a farmer who inherited a plot of land deemed worthless by his neighbors. While others saw only hard soil and rocks, Marcus tended his land with unwavering faith. Each morning he would sit in quiet contemplation before beginning his work. One day, as he removed stones to prepare for planting, he uncovered a glint of gold. What appeared to be barren earth concealed a rich vein of precious metal running deep beneath his property. The very rocks others had cursed as obstacles marked the path to immeasurable wealth. Your life mirrors Marcus's land. What may appear as obstacles or limitations often mark the very place where abundance awaits discovery. The gold mine of prosperity exists not in some distant place, but in the ground beneath your feet. Through patience, faith, and shifted perception, you unveil the wealth that has always been present. To assist in awakening this awareness, I offer you this sacred practice passed down through generations. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and envision a golden light, warm as the sun, flowing from above into your being. Feel this light as liquid abundance, filling every cell of your body. See it flowing outward from you in all directions, creating a river of prosperity that touches everything in your life. Breathe deeply and know that this flow is constant, eternal, and always accessible. Practice this visualization each morning as the sun rises, when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thinnest. Chapter 2. Rewriting Your Financial Blueprint. In the heart of a bustling city there lived a sculptor named Alessandro. Each morning, he would stand before an imposing block of marble, seeing within its rough exterior the masterpiece waiting to emerge. While others saw only cold stone, Alessandro perceived the flowing lines, graceful curves, and divine proportions hidden within. With patience and precision, he chipped away at the unnecessary layers, gradually revealing the beauty that existed in potential from the beginning. You, too, stand before the marble block of your consciousness, where beliefs about wealth and abundance lie waiting to be transformed. Just as Alessandro saw beyond the surface to the masterpiece within, you possess the power to reshape your inner landscape of thoughts about prosperity. Your mind holds patterns about money formed in your earliest years, when you absorbed the attitudes, fears, and limitations of those around you. These became the invisible cage of your financial reality. Yet these beliefs, though deeply etched, are not your true nature. They are simply the accumulated dust of generations, waiting to be cleared away. Think of your beliefs about wealth as a sculpture in progress. Each thought that says money is scarce or wealth is for others is merely excess stone, obscuring the masterpiece of abundance that is your natural state. With awareness and gentle persistence, you can chip away these limitations, revealing the prosperity consciousness that has always existed within you. In a distant mountain village lived May, who kept a magnificent songbird in an ornate cage. Though the cage door remained open, the bird never flew away, having grown accustomed to its confined space. One day, a gust of wind knocked the cage from its perch. As it fell, the bird instinctively spread its wings and soared into the vast sky, discovering a freedom it had forgotten was possible. Like May's bird, you may have grown comfortable within the cage of limiting beliefs about wealth, yet the door has always been open. Your perceived limitations about money are not walls, but shadows of thoughts that can dissolve in the light of new awareness. In the quiet hours of early morning or late evening, when the veil between conscious and subconscious grows thin, sit with your journal. Write at the top of the page, "What I truly believe about wealth is." Let your hand move across the page without judgment or censorship. When you have finished, Read each belief aloud and ask yourself, is this truth or is this a cage I have accepted? For each limiting belief you uncover, write its opposite as an affirmation of abundance. Let these new thoughts be the chisel that reveals your masterpiece of prosperity. Chapter 3. The Quantum Field of Infinite Riches. In the ancient city of Damascus, there lived a wise astronomer named Ibrahim, who spent his nights studying the celestial tapestry above. While others saw only familiar patterns in the night sky, Ibrahim perceived something more, a hidden constellation that seemed to pulse with mysterious energy. Night after night, he mapped its subtle presence until he could no longer deny its existence, though it remained invisible to those who didn't know where to look. You stand now at the threshold of understanding that, like Ibrahim's hidden constellation, there exists an invisible field of infinite potential surrounding you at all times. This quantum field, known to the mystics of old, is the very fabric from which all material wealth springs forth. It is not empty space, but rather a living matrix of possibility, responding to your thoughts and intentions with precise and unwavering accuracy. Within this field lies every possibility, every potential manifestation of abundance waiting to be called forth. Your thoughts are not mere whispers in the void. They are powerful frequencies that ripple through this quantum sea, drawing to you the very experiences that match their vibration. When you truly grasp this truth, you understand that financial lack is merely the absence of alignment with this ever-present field of abundance. In a coastal village lived Omar, a fisherman who dreamed of greater catches than the shallow waters near shore could provide. While others cast their nets in familiar places, Omar studied the deeper currents and mysterious patterns of the sea. One day, guided by intuition, he sailed far beyond the known fishing grounds into waters none had dared to explore. There, in the depths no other fisherman had reached, he discovered schools of fish so abundant that his nets could barely contain them. Like Omar, you must trust in the unseen currents of prosperity that flow through the quantum field. The greatest abundance often lies beyond the visible surface of reality, in the deeper waters of consciousness where few dare to venture. To attune yourself to this field of infinite potential, practice this ancient meditation. Sit in perfect stillness as the first light of dawn breaks across the horizon. Close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by countless points of light, like stars in the night sky. Feel these points of light pulsing with pure potential, each one representing a possible manifestation of abundance. Breathe deeply and sense yourself merging with this field of infinite possibility. Let your consciousness expand until you feel the boundaries between yourself and this quantum field dissolve. Hold this state for as long as you can maintain it, knowing that in these moments you are aligning with the very source of all prosperity. Chapter 4. Unlocking the Golden Key of Prosperity. In the mountains of ancient Tibet, a wise sage named Master Chen lived in solitude, guarding sacred knowledge passed down through millennia. One day, a young woman named Maya journeyed to his dwelling, having traveled countless miles in search of the secret to true prosperity. After testing her dedication through 3 days and nights of meditation, Master Chen presented her with a golden key, its surface etched with symbols older than time itself. "This key," he said, "opens not a physical door, but the gateway to universal abundance. You now stand where Maya once stood, ready to receive the wisdom of the law of prosperity. This universal principle operates with unwavering precision, governing the flow of abundance throughout all creation. Just as gravity moves objects toward the earth without discrimination, this law channels wealth toward those who align themselves with its eternal rhythm. The law of prosperity operates through three sacred elements: gratitude, which opens the channels of receiving; intention, which directs the flow of abundance; and inspired action, which completes the circuit of manifestation. When these three elements harmonize within you, wealth flows as naturally as water down a mountain stream. This law recognizes no limitations of time, space, or circumstance. It responds only to the frequency of your alignment with its principles. Through gratitude, you acknowledge the abundance already present in your life, creating a magnetic force that attracts more. Through intention, you focus this force toward specific manifestations of prosperity. Through inspired action, you physically engage with the opportunities the universe presents. In a distant kingdom there lived a merchant named Rashid, who discovered an ancient chest in his garden. The chest bore an inscription: "Within lies wealth beyond measure, but only belief holds the power to reveal it." For years, Rashid tried every physical key he could find, but the chest remained sealed. One night, after deeply accepting the truth of the inscription, he placed his hand upon the lock and felt it dissolve beneath his touch. Inside, he found not gold or jewels, but a mirror, showing him his own reflection transformed by the power of belief. Like Rashid's chest, the law of prosperity awaits your recognition. It requires no physical key, only your unwavering trust in its operation. The wealth you seek already exists within the quantum field, waiting for your belief to call it forth. To align yourself with this eternal law, practice this sacred mantra each morning as the sun rises. I am one with the infinite flow of prosperity. Through gratitude I receive. Through intention I direct. Through action I manifest. The universe's abundance flows through me, now and always. Chapter 5. The Vibration of Abundance. In the heart of an ancient temple, a musician named Kai sat before his stringed instrument, passed down through generations of masters. With eyes closed and breath steady, he turned the pegs with infinite care, listening not just with his ears but with his entire being. As each string found its perfect resonance, the air itself seemed to shimmer with harmony. In that moment of perfect attunement, the temple walls began to glow with a soft golden light, and wealth in all its forms flowed naturally toward him. You too possess this ability to tune yourself to the frequency of abundance. Just as every object in the universe vibrates at its own unique frequency, wealth resonates at a specific energetic level. When you align your personal vibration with this frequency, you become a natural conduit for prosperity. This alignment occurs not through force or struggle, but through gentle awareness and intentional elevation of your energetic state. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions create vibrations that ripple through the quantum field. When these vibrations match the frequency of abundance, you attract wealth as naturally as a flower draws sunlight. The universe responds not to what you want, but to what you are. By maintaining a high vibrational state through gratitude, joy, and expectation of good, you broadcast a signal that abundance recognizes and answers. This is not mere metaphor, but a fundamental law of energy. On a distant shore stood a lighthouse keeper named Elena. Night after night she maintained her beacon's pure, steady light. Ships far at sea, drawn by this unwavering radiance, found safe harbor and brought prosperity to her port. Yet Elena never called to the ships or worried about their arrival. She simply kept her light burning bright and true, knowing with certainty that those seeking safe passage would find their way to her shores. Like Elena's lighthouse, your energy serves as a beacon for abundance. You need not chase after wealth or worry about its arrival. Your role is simply to maintain your highest vibration, letting your light shine steadily across the universal sea of possibility. As you hold this frequency, opportunities, resources, and abundance naturally navigate toward you. To elevate your vibrational state, practice this ancient breathwork technique. Sit in stillness and observe your natural breath. With each inhale, envision golden light filling your being. With each exhale, feel your frequency rising higher. Continue for 7 breaths, allowing each cycle to lift you closer to the frequency of abundance. Complete this practice at sunrise, when the Earth's energy is most receptive to vibrational adjustment. Chapter 6. Shattering the Chains of Lack. In the depths of an ancient fortress, a prisoner named Marcus sat bound by chains no eye could see. Day after day he remained confined, though the cell door stood wide open. These invisible bonds were forged not of iron but of thoughts of not enough, impossible, and I can't. Until one morning, when a shaft of sunlight illuminated a truth so simple, yet profound, his chains existed only in his mind. You too may find yourself bound by the invisible chains of scarcity thinking. These mental restraints manifest as thoughts of limitation, fear of loss, and beliefs in never enough. Yet, like Marcus, your liberation begins with recognizing that these bonds are illusions, crafted by past experiences and societal conditioning. The mind attuned to scarcity sees limitations everywhere, empty cups, closed doors, and barren fields, but this perception creates the very reality it fears. When you view life through the lens of lack, you unconsciously reject the abundance that surrounds you. Your thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, drawing to you more experiences that confirm your beliefs in limitation. To transform your reality, you must first transform your inner landscape. Abundance consciousness is your natural state, just as flowing water is the natural state of a river. When you release the dam of scarcity thinking, wealth flows effortlessly into your experience. In a forgotten garden stood an ancient tree named the Tree of Life. Its branches remained bare through countless seasons, for its caretaker saw only what was missing: the absent leaves, the missing fruit. A wise woman passed through the garden and taught the caretaker to nurture the tree's roots with thoughts of abundance. Feed it with visions of fullness, she said. Water it with gratitude for what is yet to come. As the caretaker shifted his focus from lack to potential, the tree began to flourish. First one bud appeared, then another, until the branches overflowed with golden fruit. Like this tree, your prosperity grows from the roots of your consciousness. When you cultivate thoughts of abundance, you create fertile soil for wealth to grow. The transformation begins not in your external circumstances, but in the garden of your mind. To nurture your abundance consciousness, practice this timeless affirmation ritual. As the sun rises each morning, stand facing east and speak these words with unwavering conviction. I am one with the infinite flow of abundance. Wealth flows to me naturally and easily. I release all thoughts of lack and limitation. I am prosperous, I am abundant, I am free. Repeat this affirmation 7 times, allowing each repetition to dissolve another layer of scarcity thinking. Chapter 7. The Gratitude Gateway. Along a dusty path walked Nathaniel, his feet weary from endless wandering. The land stretched barren before him, yet as he walked he began to whisper thanks, for the path beneath his feet, for the air in his lungs, for the journey itself. With each step and each word of gratitude, something shifted in the air around him. As he rounded a bend, an impossible sight emerged, a lush garden bursting with life, its abundance spilling over ancient stone walls. You possess this same power to transform the barren paths of your life into gardens of plenty. Gratitude acts as the master key that unlocks the universal flow of abundance. When you offer thanks for what you have, no matter how little it may seem, you align yourself with the eternal current of prosperity that flows through all things. This alignment occurs because gratitude shifts your vibration to match the frequency of abundance. Like attracts like in the universe, when you radiate appreciation, you naturally draw more to appreciate. This is not mere philosophy, but a fundamental law as certain as gravity. In the marketplace of an ancient city lived Ibrahim, who spent his days begging for coins. Though his cup held only a few copper pieces, he began each morning by giving thanks for these modest offerings. As his gratitude deepened, he noticed more: the kindness in strangers' eyes, the warmth of the sun, the melody of distant music. One day, while expressing thanks for the wall that supported his back, his hand brushed against a loose stone. Behind it lay a pouch of gold coins, forgotten by a merchant long ago. Ibrahim realized that wealth had always surrounded him. His gratitude simply allowed him to see it. This truth extends to your own life, resonating across time and space like ripples in still water. The universe overflows with abundance, waiting to be recognized through eyes of appreciation, a divine treasure trove that reveals itself only to those who first acknowledge what they already possess. Each moment of gratitude creates an opening through which greater prosperity can flow. Much like a key unlocking doors you never knew existed, when you cultivate thankfulness for what appears modest, you attune yourself to the infinite riches that have surrounded you all along, hidden in plain sight. To harness this transformative power, begin this sacred practice. Each evening, take a moment of stillness with your journal. Write 3 specific things for which you feel genuine gratitude. Let your appreciation flow from the depths of your being. Focus not only on what you have received, but on the feeling of abundance itself. As you write, allow yourself to experience the fullness of having more than enough. This practice, passed down through generations of wisdom keepers, will gradually shift your energy into perfect alignment with the infinite flow of prosperity. Chapter 8. The Divine Connection Within. Along a treacherous mountain pass walked Marcus, his heart heavy with the weight of being lost. For days he had wandered, each step taking him further from his destination, until exhaustion forced him to rest beneath an ancient tree. As he closed his eyes in despair, a soft gleam caught his attention. There, half buried in the earth, lay a mysterious compass. Unlike ordinary compasses that pointed north, this one seemed to pulse with an inner light, drawing him not toward a direction but toward something deeper, a feeling of home that resided within his own heart. You too possess such a compass within your being. It is your eternal connection to the infinite source of all abundance. This connection never wavers, never fails, though at times it may seem hidden beneath the surface of everyday consciousness. Just as the compass guided Marcus home through an inner knowing, your connection to the universal source of wealth guides you toward prosperity through an inner alignment. This alignment manifests when you recognize that abundance flows not from external circumstances, but from your oneness with the infinite. The universe does not bestow wealth upon you. Rather, wealth emerges through you as you open yourself to this divine connection. In a temple high in the mountains lived an aging keeper of the sacred flame. Each evening, pilgrims would climb the steep path to light their candles from this eternal fire. One night, a young girl named Sarah arrived after sunset, carrying only a small, unlit candle. The keeper smiled and brought forth his torch, touching it to her wick. As the flame caught, Sarah gasped, for in that moment of illumination, she saw that her tiny flame burned with the same brilliance as the eternal source. "The fire you now hold," the keeper said softly, "is not a piece of the eternal flame. It is the eternal flame itself, unchanged by being shared. To reconnect with this infinite source of abundance, practice this sacred meditation. Sit in silence and envision a golden light emanating from your heart center. Feel this light expanding, connecting you to the vast web of universal prosperity. Let each breath draw you deeper into this connection, knowing that you are not separate from the source of all wealth, but a living expression of it. Remain in this state of conscious connection for several minutes, allowing the truth of your infinite nature to permeate your being. Chapter 9. The Sacred Mirror of Wealth. In a kingdom of old lived a young prince named Thaddeus, who discovered a peculiar mirror within the castle's highest tower. Unlike ordinary mirrors that showed mere reflections, this mystical glass revealed the truth of one's inner world. When Thaddeus first gazed into its depths, he saw not his physical form, but rather the greatness that lay dormant within his heart, a vision of himself as a wise and prosperous ruler, beloved by his people. You, like Thaddeus, exist in a world that mirrors your innermost beliefs and expectations. The reality you experience is not separate from you, but a reflection of the thoughts and feelings you hold within. This universal principle, as ancient as time itself, reveals that your financial circumstances are but an outer expression of your inner relationship with abundance. When you stand before the mirror of life, what do you see reflected back? Your world arranges itself according to your deepest convictions about wealth and prosperity. Every circumstance, every opportunity, every limitation is showing you the truth of your inner beliefs. To transform your financial reality, you must first transform the image you hold within. In a distant valley lived Maya, an artist whose paintings seemed to breathe with life. One day, she began creating her masterpiece, not on canvas, but in her mind. Each morning, she would sit in meditation, painting with the brushstrokes of intention the world she wished to inhabit. As days passed, something remarkable occurred. Her external world began shifting to match her inner vision, as if reality itself were her canvas. This ancient practice of mirror reflection will align your inner and outer worlds. Stand before a mirror in a quiet space, preferably at dawn or dusk, when the veils between realms are thinnest. Gaze deeply into your own eyes beyond the surface reflection until you begin to sense the eternal presence that dwells within. Speak these words with conviction, letting each syllable carry the weight of your deepest truth. I am one with the infinite source of abundance. As I see prosperity within, so it manifests without. Continue this sacred communion until you feel the truth of these words resonating through your being, vibrating in every cell of your body. Let the mirror become a portal through which your highest vision of prosperity flows into physical form. As you practice this ritual daily, you will witness the gradual dissolution of the barrier between your inner vision and outer reality, for the mirror serves as both witness and catalyst to your transformation. Chapter 10. Awakening the Prosperity Within. In the ancient scrolls, there is a tale of Carthus, a giant who slumbered beneath a mountain for 1,000 years. The villagers who lived nearby believed the mountain was merely stone, unaware of the tremendous power that lay dormant within. One day, A child's song awakened Carthus from his deep sleep. As he rose, the mountain itself transformed, revealing not a fearsome creature, but a benevolent being whose very presence brought abundance to the land. You too carry within you a sleeping giant of infinite potential. This force, this divine power to manifest abundance, has always been present, waiting for your recognition. The universe has bestowed upon you the sacred role of co-creator, granting you the ability to shape reality through the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you understand this truth, you begin to recognize that wealth creation is not about striving or struggling, but about awakening to your natural state of abundance. Just as Carthus needed only to awaken to express his full power, you need only to rouse your consciousness to your true nature as a channel for infinite prosperity. In the fertile valleys of an ancient land lived a wise woman named Amara, who received a single seed from a mysterious traveler. Instead of planting it immediately, she first held it in her hands each morning, visualizing its growth into a magnificent tree. She nourished it with her belief, watered it with her dedication, and tended it with unwavering faith. When finally planted, the seed grew with unprecedented speed, becoming a tree that bore fruit of pure gold. Like Amara's seed, your potential for abundance requires conscious nurturing. Through daily practice and unwavering faith, you activate the dormant forces within that manifest prosperity in all forms. To awaken your inner giant of prosperity, practice this sacred visualization. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and feel yourself growing larger, expanding beyond the confines of your physical form. See yourself becoming as vast as the universe itself. Feel the infinite resources flowing through you like countless streams of golden light. With each breath, affirm, I am the source through which infinite abundance flows. I claim my power as a co-creator of prosperity. Let this energy fill every cell of your being until you feel yourself radiating with the light of limitless potential. Your entire form becomes a beacon of pure abundance, glowing with the sacred fire of creation itself. Feel how this divine radiance dissolves all barriers between you and the infinite supply of the universe, transforming you into a living channel of prosperity consciousness. Part 2. Walking the Path of Infinite Wealth. Chapter 11. Tuning into the Wealth Frequency. In the ancient city of Aurum, there lived a harpist named Maya, who spent her days playing in the grand temple's courtyard. While others saw only solid marble walls, Maya noticed how certain notes made the stones shimmer with an otherworldly light. Through patient observation, she discovered that when she played a specific sequence of notes, the vibrations would cause a hidden doorway to materialize, revealing chambers filled with untold treasures. You possess this same ability to attune yourself to the frequency of abundance. Every thought you hold, every emotion you experience, sends forth vibrations into the vast expanse of the universe. These vibrations act as signals, drawing to you circumstances and opportunities that match their frequency. Just as sound waves can shatter glass or heal the body, your vibrational energy shapes the reality of your financial world. When you maintain thoughts of lack, you emit frequencies that attract more scarcity. But when you align yourself with the vibration of abundance, you naturally draw wealth toward you. Think of your consciousness as an instrument that must be perfectly tuned. Each limiting belief creates dissonance, while each thought of abundance adds harmony to your spiritual symphony. The universe responds not to your words or wishes, but to the frequency you maintain. High in the mountains there lived a rare golden songbird named Zephyr. Though surrounded by many potential mates, Zephyr remained alone until he learned to sing the exact melody that matched the frequency of his true companion. Once he found this perfect tone, his mate appeared as if by magic, drawn by the resonance of his song. Like Zephyr, you must find the precise vibration that resonates with prosperity. When your inner song aligns with the frequency of abundance, opportunities and resources naturally flow toward you, drawn by the harmonic convergence of your energy with universal wealth. To help you attune to the frequency of abundance, practice this ancient sound meditation. Sit in silence and take 3 deep breaths. Begin by making a low humming sound, feeling it resonate in your chest. Gradually raise the pitch until you find a tone that creates a tingling sensation throughout your body. This is your prosperity note, your personal frequency of abundance. Hold this note for several minutes, letting it resonate through every cell of your being, while visualizing it as a brilliant golden light radiating from your solar plexus outward. Feel how this sacred vibration gently dissolves any energetic blockages between you and the infinite flow of abundance. As the sound waves ripple through you, imagine ancient barriers crumbling, allowing the universe's endless prosperity to flow freely into your life. This is the vibrational key that unlocks the treasure house of infinite supply. Chapter 12. Thoughts that create gold. In the ancient city of Helios, an alchemist named Thaddeus toiled in his dimly lit chamber. Day after day, he attempted to transform crude lead into radiant gold. Despite countless failures, he persisted, whispering sacred incantations and maintaining unwavering faith in the possibility of transformation. One morning, as sunlight streamed through his window, Thaddeus realized that his thoughts themselves were the true philosopher's stone, the catalyst for transformation. In that moment of clarity, the lead before him began to shimmer and transform, revealing its golden nature. You hold within you this same alchemical power. Your thoughts are the sacred ingredients that transmute the base metal of circumstance into the gold of prosperity. Each thought you entertain acts as a subtle force, shaping the essence of your financial reality. When you understand this truth, you grasp the fundamental key to abundance. Just as an alchemist carefully selects and combines elements, you must consciously choose and cultivate thoughts that align with prosperity. Every limiting belief is like a drop of impurity that prevents the transformation of your circumstances. Each empowering thought adds potency to your spiritual transmutation. The process requires vigilance and practice. Notice how your current thoughts about money feel in your body. Do they create tension or ease? Recognize that these sensations are showing you the quality of energy you're contributing to your financial alchemy. In a distant valley, there lived a gardener named Iris who understood the secret language of plants. While others merely tended their gardens with water and soil, Iris spoke to her flowers with words of love and encouragement. Her neighbors marveled as her garden flourished beyond all others, blooming with unprecedented vigor and beauty. The plants, responding to her nurturing thoughts, expressed their full potential. Your mind is like Iris's garden. The thoughts you cultivate will either flourish or wither, depending on how you tend them. When you nurture thoughts of abundance with attention and care, they grow strong, manifesting as prosperity in your external world. Like Iris speaking loving words to her flowers, your positive thoughts about wealth and success require daily tending. Each affirmation of abundance is like water for these sacred seeds, each moment of gratitude like rays of sunlight, helping them reach toward the heavens. The universe responds to this careful cultivation, transforming your inner garden of prosperous thoughts into tangible abundance in the physical realm. To assist in your mental alchemy, practice this ancient thought transformation ritual. Take 3 conscious breaths and bring to mind a limiting belief about wealth. Write it down. Now, imagine this thought as a seed of lead, heavy with limitation. Speaking aloud, transmute this thought into its golden opposite. For instance, I never have enough becomes, I am a magnet for infinite abundance. Feel the energetic shift as you speak the transformed thought. Write down this new, empowering version and carry it with you. Repeat this alchemical process with each limiting belief you discover, watching as your mental landscape transforms from scarcity to abundance. Chapter 13. The Emotional Catalyst of Prosperity. In a village among ancient mountains, a blacksmith named Marcus worked tirelessly at his forge. Unlike other craftsmen who merely hammered metal into shape, Marcus understood that true mastery lay in his relationship with fire. He knew that his emotions, his passion, his focus, his joy, determined the quality of his work. When his heart burned bright with purpose, the flames responded, transforming raw steel into works of unparalleled beauty. You too possess this power to shape reality through the fire of your emotions. Your feelings act as the forge that transforms mere thoughts into manifested abundance. The universe responds not just to what you think, but to the emotional energy you infuse into those thoughts. Consider how a master chef's love transforms simple ingredients into extraordinary cuisine, or how a musician's passion elevates notes into soul-stirring melodies. Your emotions operate by these same universal principles. When you combine clear intention with positive emotional energy, you create an irresistible force that attracts prosperity. Joy, gratitude, and excitement act as catalysts, accelerating the manifestation process. These high-vibration emotions signal to the universe your readiness to receive abundance. Like a magnet, they draw forth opportunities, resources, and synchronicities aligned with your desires. In the heart of a bustling marketplace, there lived a baker named Sarah who understood this truth intuitively. While other bakers followed recipes precisely, Sarah added an ingredient no one could see. She infused each loaf with love and gratitude. As she kneaded the dough, she filled her heart with appreciation for the simple ingredients and joy for those who would taste her bread. Soon, people traveled from distant lands, drawn by the inexplicable magic in her creations. Her small bakery flourished, and abundance flowed naturally to her door. The ancient wisdom revealed through Sarah's story shows how genuine positive emotions create a magnetic field of prosperity. When you approach your financial goals with heartfelt enthusiasm rather than desperate need, you activate the natural law of attraction. Your emotional state becomes the yeast that allows your prosperity to rise. To harness this transformative power, practice this emotional alchemy exercise. Each evening, take your journal and write about your relationship with wealth from a place of pure appreciation. Describe the feeling of abundance as if it's already present in your life. Let your words overflow with genuine gratitude and joy, allowing each sentence to carry the vibrant energy of appreciation. Write until you feel these emotions radiating through your entire being, illuminating every cell with the light of abundance consciousness. Feel how your heart expands with each word of thanks, each expression of delight. This sacred practice plants emotional seeds deep within the fertile soil of your consciousness, seeds that will inevitably blossom into material abundance, just as Sarah's pure love transformed simple bread into a beacon of prosperity that drew countless souls to her door. Through this daily ritual of gratitude, you align yourself with the eternal flow of universal abundance. Chapter 14, Seeing Your Future Through Prosperity's Lens. In a sun-drenched studio high above the city streets, an artist named Isabella spent her mornings painting not what her eyes could see, but what her heart envisioned. Each brushstroke captured fragments of her dreams, a thriving gallery filled with admirers, collectors eagerly acquiring her work, and a life overflowing with creative abundance. Day after day she added detail and color to these scenes, infusing them with such vivid life that they seemed to pulse with their own energy. Within a year, every image she had painted manifested in her physical reality, as if the universe had used her canvases as blueprints for creation. You possess this same creative power. Your mind is the canvas, and your thoughts are the brushstrokes that paint your financial future. The universe responds to the pictures you hold in your consciousness with unwavering precision, matching your inner vision with outer circumstances. When you create mental images of abundance, you activate the same universal forces that turn seeds into flowers and dreams into reality. These images become the blueprint from which the universe constructs your experience, yet mere visualization alone is not enough. You must infuse these images with the full spectrum of sensory and emotional detail. Far out at sea, a sailor named Thomas guided his vessel through stormy waters. While others might have lost their way in the darkness, Thomas kept his eyes fixed upon a distant lighthouse. He didn't just see its beam, he felt the warmth of its welcome, heard the waves that would carry him to safe harbor, and tasted the salt spray that marked his progress. This unwavering focus on his destination, enriched by every sense, ensured his safe passage home. Like Thomas, your journey to prosperity requires a clear vision of your destination. When you can see, feel, hear, and taste your desired financial reality with such clarity that it feels more real than your current circumstances, you create an irresistible pull toward that future. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Imagine stepping into a temple of pure light. Before you stands a magnificent mirror that shows not your current reflection, but your most prosperous future self. Observe every detail of this vision. See yourself radiating confidence and abundance. Notice how you carry yourself, how you dress, how you interact with others. Feel the emotions of living in this prosperous reality, the joy, the security, the freedom. Hear the words you speak, the conversations about your success, the expressions of gratitude. Let every sense engage with this vision until it feels tangible and real. Remain in this temple for several minutes, allowing this future version of yourself to imprint deeply in your consciousness. When you open your eyes, carry this vision with you, knowing that like Isabella's paintings, these images are already transforming into your reality. Chapter 15, The Present Moment Key to Riches. In a time-worn workshop, a master clockmaker named Marcus labored over his greatest creation. Unlike his other timepieces that tracked the passing hours, this watch bore a single hand that moved in perfect synchronicity with the present moment. Those who gazed upon its face discovered something extraordinary. When their attention merged with the now, the watch's surface shimmered with golden light, revealing the eternal truth that abundance flows only through the present. You stand at the threshold of a profound understanding. The realization that wealth manifests not in some distant future or remembered past, but in the infinite potential of now. The present moment is the only point where the universe creates, where thoughts transform into reality, where abundance flows into form. Many souls drift through life with their consciousness scattered between regrets of yesterday and worries of tomorrow, missing the sacred portal of the present where all possibilities exist. Like a river that flows eternally, abundance streams through the now, waiting for you to dip your cup into its waters. In ancient times, there lived a farmer named Ravi who understood this wisdom. Each spring he planted his seeds with complete presence, his hands deep in the living soil, his mind empty of worry about the future harvest. While other farmers anxiously watched their fields, calculating yields and fretting over weather, Ravi remained rooted in each moment, tending his crops with mindful attention. When autumn came, his fields yielded harvests so abundant that people spoke of them as miracles. Your relationship with wealth follows this same principle. When you anchor your awareness in the present, releasing anxiety about future outcomes and regrets about past experiences, you align with the creative force of the universe. This alignment opens the channel through which abundance naturally flows. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body, the rhythm of your breath, the subtle sensations that mark this moment. As thoughts arise about money, concerns, hopes, or plans, observe them without attachment, letting them pass like clouds across the sky. Notice how your body feels when you think about wealth. Are there areas of tension, of openness? Simply observe without trying to change anything. Now bring your attention to the endless stream of abundance flowing through this present moment. Feel it as a tangible energy, moving through and around you like a gentle river of golden light. With each breath, open yourself more fully to receive it, allowing your heart to expand and your spirit to rise in harmony with this divine current. Let any resistance melt away as you recognize that abundance is your natural state of being. Stay here, present and receptive for several minutes, knowing that in this now moment, you are one with the source of all prosperity. Feel the truth of this connection in every cell of your body, in every whisper of your soul. You are not separate from abundance. You are abundance itself, expressing through human form. Chapter 16. Dissolving the Shadows of Doubt. In the misty dawn, a traveler named Kai approached an ancient bridge shrouded in fog. The wooden planks stretched across a deep ravine, their far end lost in swirling clouds of uncertainty. Many before had turned back, fearing the unknown that lay ahead. Yet Kai took one step, then another, trusting the path beneath his feet even when he could not see it clearly. You too stand before such a bridge in your journey toward abundance. The mists of doubt cloud your vision, making each step feel uncertain. These shadows of hesitation are natural companions on the path to prosperity, yet they need not halt your progress. The universe operates through unwavering laws as constant as the rising sun. Your doubts about abundance do not diminish its reality, just as clouds do not erase the stars. When you question whether you are worthy of wealth, remember that worthiness is your birthright. When you wonder if there is enough to go around, understand that abundance, like the air you breathe, is infinite in supply. These fears and doubts are not walls but veils, thin illusions that dissolve when touched by truth. Each step you take in faith strengthens your connection to the infinite source of all prosperity. Each moment you choose trust over fear aligns you more deeply with the natural flow of abundance. In the depths of a crystal lake lived Ibrahim, a pearl diver renowned for his skill. One day the waters grew murky with silt, obscuring the precious gems below. While other divers waited on shore for the waters to clear, Ibrahim dove deeper, understanding that clarity comes not from external circumstances, but from inner vision. As he descended, his calm presence allowed the silt to settle, revealing a pearl of extraordinary beauty. Just as Ibrahim's trust revealed hidden treasure, your faith in the universal laws of prosperity will guide you through moments of uncertainty. The doubts that cloud your mind are like the silt in the water, temporary disturbances that settle when met with steady confidence. Close your eyes and bring to mind the doubts that arise when you think about attracting wealth. Notice where these doubts reside in your body, perhaps a tightness in your chest, a heaviness in your shoulders, or a knot in your stomach. Breathe deeply into these areas, allowing each breath to soften the resistance. Now imagine these doubts as clouds passing through the vast sky of your consciousness. Watch them float by without judgment or attachment. With each passing cloud, feel yourself becoming lighter, clearer, more aligned with the truth of abundance. Let your awareness rest in the spacious clarity that remains when doubts are allowed to drift away naturally. Stay in this space of clarity, knowing that your connection to abundance remains unbroken, regardless of temporary clouds of uncertainty. Feel the solid ground of truth beneath your feet, supporting each step of your journey toward prosperity. Chapter 17. The Infinite Potential of Giving. In the bustling marketplace of ancient Damascus, there lived a merchant named Hassan, whose storehouse overflowed with treasures from distant lands. While other merchants hoarded their goods, Hassan shared freely with those in need. Each morning he would distribute a portion of his wealth, yet mysteriously, his storehouse remained perpetually full. You stand now at the threshold of understanding one of the universe's most powerful principles, the law of circulation. Like breath moving through your body, wealth must flow to maintain its vitality. When you grasp this truth, you unlock the eternal cycle of abundance that has existed since time immemorial. The act of giving creates a vacuum in the universe that must be filled. This is not mere philosophy, but a fundamental law as reliable as gravity. When you release what you hold with generosity and grace, you create space for new abundance to enter. Your grip on wealth must be firm enough to hold, yet loose enough to let it flow. Think of wealth as water in a pond. When stagnant, it becomes lifeless and dull, but in motion, it sparkles with vitality, nurturing everything it touches. Your prosperity follows this same natural law. Through giving, you become a channel through which universal abundance flows, rather than a vessel that merely contains it. Along the banks of the great river lived a humble farmer named Yusef. While others built dams to collect water for themselves, Yusef created channels that allowed the river to flow freely across the land. As the water circulated, it not only nourished his fields but transformed the entire valley into a fertile oasis. Those who had hoarded water found their pools growing stagnant, while Yusef's open channels brought life everywhere they flowed. This ancient wisdom speaks directly to your relationship with wealth. Just as Yusef understood the power of circulation, you too must learn to participate in the natural flow of abundance. Each act of conscious giving strengthens your trust in this universal system, expanding your capacity to receive. To activate this timeless principle in your life, practice intentional giving for 7 days. Each morning, give something of value, whether material or intangible, with pure intention and joy. It might be a monetary gift, an act of service, or simply sharing knowledge or encouragement. As you give, maintain awareness of your connection to the infinite source of abundance. Notice how giving with an open heart creates a subtle shift in your energy, opening new channels for prosperity to flow into your life. Chapter 18. Aligned Actions of Abundance. In a distant mountain kingdom, there lived a master builder named Malik, who dreamed of reaching a mystical island where untold treasures awaited. While others attempted to sail across the treacherous waters, Malik received a vision. He would build a bridge, stone by stone, guided by the whispers of his inner wisdom. You now approach a vital truth in the mastery of infinite wealth, the sacred role of inspired action. The universe responds not merely to wishes and dreams, but to movement aligned with higher purpose. Like the master builder, you must learn to bridge the gap between intention and manifestation through deliberate, purposeful steps. When action springs from the well of inner guidance, it carries the power of the infinite. Each step taken in faith, each movement aligned with your highest vision, forms another stone in the bridge to your abundance. This is not the frantic activity of those who chase wealth, but the measured progress of one who knows their destiny. The whispers of intuition will guide your hands when you learn to listen. Trust emerges not from blind faith, but from the quiet knowing that each action, however small, contributes to the greater design of your prosperity. In a valley blessed by golden sunlight lived a seamstress named Maya. Each day she would weave threads into her tapestry, following not a predetermined pattern, but the gentle nudges of her heart. Others rushed to complete their work, producing ordinary cloth, but Maya's patient, purposeful weaving transformed simple threads into a masterpiece that seemed to capture light itself. Maya's story mirrors the art of creating wealth through aligned action. Just as she wove with purpose and presence, you too must learn to act from a place of inner guidance. Each thread represents a choice, a step, an action taken in harmony with your highest vision. To begin weaving your own bridge to abundance, take a moment each evening to reflect in your journal. Write down 3 actions that called to your heart that day, moments when you felt moved to act from inspiration rather than obligation. Then, looking ahead, note 3 inspired actions you feel guided to take tomorrow. These need not be grand gestures. Even the smallest step, taken with awareness and alignment, adds another stone to your bridge of prosperity. Pay special attention to the feeling that accompanies these actions. True inspired action carries a sense of rightness, of flow, of being in harmony with the universal current of abundance. Let this feeling be your compass as you move forward on your path to infinite wealth. Chapter 19. The Ripple Effect of Prosperity. In the heart of an ancient valley, a young child named Asha discovered a small crystal pebble glinting in the morning sun. Following an inner call, she dropped it into a still pond. As the pebble broke the surface, circles of light rippled outward, growing ever wider until the entire pond seemed to shimmer with golden radiance. You stand now at the threshold of a profound understanding. Your relationship with wealth creates ripples that touch countless lives. When you transform your consciousness to embrace abundance, you become like that pebble, initiating waves of possibility that extend far beyond your immediate sphere. The universe operates through interconnection. As you step into your natural state of prosperity, you alter the fabric of reality around you. Your elevated vibration lifts those in your presence. Your inspired actions create opportunities for others, and your example illuminates paths previously hidden in shadow. This is not about accumulating wealth solely for personal gain, but about becoming a channel through which abundance flows into the world. As you align with the infinite source of prosperity, you naturally overflow with gifts that benefit all. In a remote mountain village lived a humble woman named Zara, who tended a special lamp. Each evening, as darkness fell, she would light this lamp with pure intention. Night after night, others began bringing their own lamps to light from hers. Soon the entire village glowed with warmth. Each home's light kindled from that single flame, yet the original flame burned just as bright. This tale reveals the truth about prosperity consciousness. It multiplies through sharing without diminishing its source. Like Zara's lamp, Your awakened abundance naturally ignites the potential in others. As you prosper, you become a living example of what is possible, inspiring those around you to claim their own birthright of wealth. To anchor this wisdom in your life, practice this ancient reflection each evening. Sit in quietude and envision yourself as a luminous center of abundance. Watch as golden light radiates from your being in ever-expanding circles. With each breath, see this light touching lives, creating opportunities and awakening possibility in others. Feel how your prosperity becomes a gift to the world, creating a legacy that ripples outward eternally. Let this sacred vision guide your choices and actions each day, remembering that true wealth multiplies infinitely in its sharing. Like a flame that ignites countless other flames without diminishing its own light, your abundance grows more radiant as you freely share it with others. This is the eternal paradox of spiritual prosperity. The more generously you give of your wealth, wisdom, and light, the more abundantly these gifts return to you multiplied. Chapter 20. Building the Prosperity Mindset. In the heart of an ancient kingdom, there lived a master craftsman named Kairos, who dedicated his life to building an impenetrable fortress. Not with stone and mortar did he work, but with thoughts crystallized into unwavering belief. Day after day, he strengthened his creation, each positive thought adding another layer of protection, until his fortress of prosperity consciousness stood unshakable against all storms of doubt. You too possess this power to construct an inner fortress of abundance. The foundation of lasting wealth begins not in the physical realm, but in the sacred chambers of your mind. Here, in this inner sanctuary, you lay the cornerstone of your financial destiny through the thoughts you choose to nurture and maintain. Just as a fortress requires regular maintenance to remain strong, your prosperity consciousness demands consistent attention. Each thought of abundance reinforces your mental structure, while thoughts of lack can create cracks in its foundation. The choice of which thoughts to cultivate rests eternally in your hands. Through the ages, the wisest teachers have understood that wealth flows naturally to those who maintain an unshakable prosperity consciousness. This is not a temporary state to be visited occasionally, but a permanent dwelling place for your awareness. In a distant valley lived a gardener named Maya, who understood the secret of endless harvests. Instead of focusing solely on her crops, she devoted herself to enriching her soil. Season after season, she added layers of nourishment, creating earth so fertile that whatever she planted flourished abundantly. Even in times of drought, her garden remained lush and productive, for she had created conditions where scarcity could not exist. Like Maya's rich soil, your mind must be cultivated to naturally support the growth of wealth. When your thoughts are consistently aligned with abundance, prosperity springs forth effortlessly, regardless of external conditions. To fortify your prosperity consciousness, practice this timeless ritual. Each morning as the sun rises, speak these words with unwavering conviction. I am one with the infinite source of abundance. My mind is a fertile garden where prosperity naturally flourishes. Like an impenetrable fortress, my wealth consciousness stands eternal and unshakable. With every breath, I strengthen my alignment with infinite abundance. All that I require flows to me easily and naturally. This is my truth, now and always. Let these words sink deeply into your being, feeling them take root in the soil of your consciousness. Allow each syllable to penetrate the depths of your spirit, transforming your very essence into a beacon of abundance. This daily practice builds and maintains your inner fortress of prosperity, creating an unshakable foundation for lasting abundance. Like the ancient sages who understood the power of sacred morning rituals, you are tapping into a timeless stream of infinite possibility, awakening the dormant seeds of wealth that have always existed within you. Part 3. Becoming the Architect of Abundance. Chapter 21. Embarking as the Wealth Magnet. Along the treacherous coastline stood a lighthouse keeper named Thaddeus, who understood a truth deeper than the ocean itself. Each night, as darkness fell, he would climb the winding steps to ignite the great beacon. Ships from distant shores, drawn to its unwavering light, found safe passage through dangerous waters. Yet Thaddeus knew it was not merely the light that guided them. It was the constant, steady energy of protection and welcome that emanated from his tower. You possess this same magnetic power within your being. Like a lighthouse standing firm against the elements, your energy broadcasts a signal to the universe, drawing to you that which matches your inner radiance. When you fully embody the consciousness of abundance, you become a natural attractor of wealth in all its forms. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you are. As you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the frequency of prosperity, you transform into a living beacon of abundance. This is not about forcing or striving, but about allowing your natural state of wealth consciousness to shine forth unimpeded. In a flowering meadow lived a wise beekeeper named Iris, who never worried about pollination. She understood that by creating the right conditions, planting sweet-scented flowers and maintaining pure intention, the bees would come naturally, drawn by an irresistible attraction. As the bees gathered nectar, they simultaneously ensured the meadow's abundance, creating a perfect cycle of giving and receiving. This mirrors the eternal truth of attraction. When you embody the energy of abundance, you need not chase after wealth. Like bees to flowers, prosperity naturally flows to those who emanate the frequency of abundance. Your role is simply to maintain the proper vibration, allowing the universal law of attraction to operate through you. To activate your natural magnetism for wealth, practice this ancient visualization. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Imagine yourself as a brilliant lighthouse, your inner light radiating pure abundance. Feel this golden energy flowing from your core, extending outward in all directions. See yourself as a living magnet, naturally drawing prosperity toward you. Know that your very presence activates the flow of wealth. Let this image sink deeply into your consciousness until you feel the absolute truth of your magnetic power. Feel the warmth of abundance emanating from every cell of your being, radiating outward like waves of golden light through your entire body. Know that as you maintain this energy, you automatically attract all forms of prosperity, drawing wealth toward you as naturally as a flower draws sunlight. Like the lighthouse keeper and the beekeeper, you need only hold steady in your natural state of abundance, allowing the universe to respond to your unwavering signal. Trust in this sacred process, for just as the lighthouse need not chase ships nor the beekeeper command the bees, your role is simply to shine forth your inner wealth consciousness and let the cosmic forces of attraction do their perfect work. Chapter 22. The Divine Clockwork of Wealth. In a timeless village nestled among ancient hills lived a clockmaker named Marcus, who devoted his life to crafting a perfect timepiece. While other craftsmen rushed their work, Marcus understood that mastery required patience. For 7 years he meticulously assembled each gear and spring, knowing that true perfection emerges only when the moment is right. You stand now at the threshold of understanding one of the most vital principles of infinite wealth, divine timing. Just as each gear in Marcus's masterpiece turned at precisely the right moment, The universe orchestrates the flow of abundance with impeccable precision. The art of manifesting wealth lies not in forcing outcomes, but in aligning with the natural rhythm of creation. When you plant a seed of intention in the fertile soil of consciousness, you must trust the unseen forces that govern its growth. Your role is to maintain unwavering faith, while the universe arranges all elements for your highest good. Many souls stumble on their path to prosperity by attempting to control the timing of their manifestations. Yet wealth, like all divine gifts, unfolds according to a wisdom far greater than mortal understanding. Your impatience cannot hasten the ripening of fruit, nor can worry speed the dawning of day. In the sun-blessed valleys lived a farmer named Samuel who understood this truth deeply. During a great drought, while others despaired, Samuel tended his fields with steadfast faith. He knew that rain would come in its perfect season. Each morning he prepared his land as if abundance were already present. When others questioned his dedication, Samuel simply smiled, for he recognized that doubt could not hasten the clouds. When the rains finally arrived, Samuel's prepared fields flourished abundantly, while others scrambled to catch up. His trust in divine timing had positioned him perfectly to receive nature's blessing. To strengthen your alignment with divine timing, practice this sacred meditation. Settle into a space of stillness and bring your awareness to your breath. Imagine yourself standing beside a great river of abundance. Watch how it flows at its own perfect pace, not rushed, not delayed, but in absolute harmony with universal law. Feel yourself surrendering to this divine rhythm. Know that just as this river cannot be forced to flow faster, your wealth manifests according to cosmic timing. Release all anxiety about when or how your prosperity will arrive. Simply rest in the absolute knowing that everything unfolds in its perfect season. Let each breath deepen your trust in the universe's perfect orchestration. Feel the peace that comes with true surrender to divine timing. Know that your role is not to control the flow, but to maintain unwavering faith while the universe works its magic through you. With every inhalation, you are drawing in the infinite wisdom of creation, and with every exhalation, you release all resistance to the divine plan. Like a leaf carried gently downstream, you need not struggle against the current of life. Simply allow yourself to be guided by the eternal rhythm that has orchestrated the dance of stars and the turning of seasons since time immemorial. Your prosperity flows to you as naturally as rain falls from clouds, in perfect accordance with cosmic law. Chapter 23. Quantum Leaps to Infinite Riches. In a hidden valley, where ancient wisdom whispered through mountain peaks, lived an inventor named Thaddeus. Each dawn, he retreated to his workshop, pursuing a vision that others dismissed as impossible. While many sought incremental progress, Thaddeus understood that true breakthroughs emerge not from small steps, but from quantum leaps of understanding. You now approach a profound truth about infinite wealth, the power of quantum manifestation. Just as particles in the quantum realm can instantly shift states without traversing the space between, your financial reality can transform through similar principles of consciousness. The path to exponential abundance requires you to transcend linear thinking. When you align your energy with the quantum field, you access possibilities beyond conventional limits. This alignment occurs not through endless striving, but through precise attunement to higher frequencies of prosperity. Most souls approach wealth creation like climbing an endless ladder, focusing on each rung in sequence. Yet the universe offers secret elevators, quantum leaps that can lift you to new heights in an instant. These elevations become available when you release attachment to the how and embrace the infinite potential of the what. High in the misty peaks lived a mountain climber named Elena. For years, she studied maps and planned careful routes to the summit. Yet one morning, standing at the base of the mountain, she received a clear inner knowing. Instead of following the winding path, she took one bold step forward and found herself instantly transported to the peak. Her quantum leap came not from physical effort, but from perfect alignment with universal forces. To activate your own quantum leap in prosperity, engage in this transformative practice. Take your journal and write at the top of the page, "My quantum leap." Without censoring yourself or considering limitations, describe the exact financial reality you choose to manifest. Write as if you are already there, feeling the full power of this new reality. Then, beneath this vision, write, "The bold step I will take today is..." Let your higher wisdom guide your hand, revealing the aligned action that will catalyze your quantum shift. Trust that this step, taken with complete conviction, contains the power to transform your entire financial landscape. As you write, feel the vibration of truth coursing through your being, knowing that universal forces are already aligning to support your vision. This sacred act of declaration, combined with unwavering faith, opens channels of abundance that have always existed, waiting for you to claim them. The moment you commit these words to paper, you set in motion energies far greater than mere intention. You activate the ancient law of manifestation that has transformed countless lives throughout the ages. Chapter 24. The Legacy of Infinite Prosperity. In a timeless valley where wisdom flowed like crystal streams, lived a scribe named Aramis. Each morning he would sit beneath an ancient olive tree, inscribing words that seemed to flow from the universe itself. Though he lived simply, his writings touched countless souls, transforming lives across generations. His true wealth lay not in gold, but in the seeds of wisdom he planted in the hearts of those who would come long after. You now stand at the threshold of a deeper understanding of abundance, one that extends far beyond your own lifetime. The universe speaks of wealth not merely as personal gain, but as an eternal flow that nourishes all who follow in your footsteps. When you align with infinite abundance, you become a channel through which prosperity flows to future generations. This truth transforms your relationship with wealth from mere accumulation to sacred stewardship. Your thoughts, actions, and intentions today create ripples that touch countless lives tomorrow. Most walk the path of temporary wealth, seeking only what serves the present moment. Yet the universe offers a grander vision, the opportunity to establish flows of abundance that continue long after your physical form is returned to stardust. This elevation of consciousness transforms your entire approach to wealth creation. In the heart of an ancient forest stood a mighty oak tree named the Guardian. While other trees focused solely on their own growth, the Guardian understood its true purpose. With each passing season, it released thousands of acorns, knowing that some would grow into vast forests. The Guardian never witnessed all the trees that would spring from its offerings, yet it continued its sacred work with unwavering faith. The legacy you create transcends mere financial inheritance. It encompasses the wisdom you share, the opportunities you create, and the positive changes you initiate in the world. Your prosperity becomes a living force that continues to grow and expand, touching lives in ways you may never directly witness. To begin crafting your legacy of abundance, engage in this sacred practice. Find a quiet space and light a candle. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your consciousness to expand beyond the present moment. On a fresh page, draw a circle in the center, representing your current prosperity. From this center, draw branching lines outward, each representing a different way your wealth can impact future generations. Write specific visions along these branches: educational foundations, sustainable businesses, environmental restoration projects, or any other forms of lasting contribution that resonate with your spirit. As you map this vision, feel the energy of these future possibilities already taking root in the present moment. Chapter 25, The Art of Effortless Receiving. In a distant land, a weary traveler named Salem wandered through an arid valley. His water flask empty, he heard the gentle sound of flowing water. Following the sound, he discovered a crystal-clear stream cascading down smooth rocks. Rather than frantically cupping the water or attempting to capture it in his flask, Salim simply opened his palms beneath the flow. The cool water pooled effortlessly in his hands, providing exactly what he needed in that moment. You stand now at a similar crossroads of understanding. The universe's abundance flows eternally, like that pristine stream, requiring only your willingness to receive. Many struggle with wealth not because it is scarce, but because they have never learned the sacred art of receiving. The flow of prosperity follows universal law. Where there is openness, abundance fills the space. Yet so many close their hands in fear, grip too tightly in anxiety, or pull back in unworthiness. True receiving comes from a place of peaceful allowance, knowing you are worthy of all that flows to you. Your relationship with receiving shapes your entire financial reality. When you resist receiving, whether through guilt, shame, or a belief that you must struggle, you create resistance in the natural flow of abundance the universe cannot give to closed hands or a closed heart. In a prosperous kingdom lived a young woman named Maya, who crafted baskets for the marketplace. Each morning, as merchants filled their baskets with grain, Maya noticed something remarkable. Those who held their baskets steady with calm acceptance found them overflowing with abundance. But those who anxiously shook their baskets or constantly checked their contents often ended up spilling what they had received. This simple truth mirrors your own journey with wealth and prosperity. When you stand steady in your worthiness to receive, maintaining an inner state of grateful acceptance and deep trust, abundance naturally fills your life to overflowing. Just as water seeks its own level, prosperity flows toward those who remain open and receptive. The universe responds not to your desperate efforts to accumulate, but to your peaceful readiness to receive. Like Maya's merchants, your role is not to chase after wealth, but to prepare yourself as a willing vessel for the infinite abundance that already surrounds you. To align with this truth, practice this ancient receiving mantra. Find a quiet space and sit with your palms facing upward on your lap. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. With each breath, silently repeat, I open my heart to receive all good things. As the universe flows abundance to me, I accept it with joy and gratitude. All that comes to me now blesses me and others through me. And so it is. Chapter 26, Transcending Financial Limits. In a hidden valley, a rare golden songbird lived within a magnificent glass aviary. Though surrounded by beauty, the bird repeatedly flew upward, only to be stopped by an invisible barrier. One day, after countless attempts, the bird's determination reached such intensity that its next ascent shattered the glass ceiling. In that moment of breakthrough, it discovered the limitless expanse of sky had always awaited its liberation. You too exist within invisible barriers of your own creation. These self-imposed limits manifest as thoughts like, wealth only comes to certain people, or I can never earn more than this amount. Yet these barriers, like the glass ceiling, are mere illusions sustained by belief. The universe knows no limits. The same force that moves planets and ignites stars flows through your being. When you align with this truth, every perceived limitation dissolves in the light of infinite possibility. Your financial reality expands or contracts according to your deepest beliefs about what is possible. Each time you think, "This is my limit," or "I can't go beyond this," you construct another panel in your own glass ceiling. Yet, like the golden songbird, you possess the power to shatter these constraints through unwavering belief and persistent action. In the ancient mountains, a small stream encountered a wall of solid rock. Instead of turning back or accepting defeat, the stream continued its forward motion. Day after day, year after year, the water's gentle but persistent flow carved through the stone. What seemed an immovable barrier yielded to the stream's quiet determination, creating a path where none existed before. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey of expanding prosperity. The barriers before you may seem as solid as stone, but they cannot withstand the persistent flow of your focused intention and belief. To break through your own financial ceiling, practice this reflection. Sit in silence with your eyes closed. Envision yourself standing beneath a glass ceiling that represents your current financial limits. Feel its constraining presence. Now imagine your consciousness expanding with such power and clarity that the glass begins to crack. Watch as each limiting belief shatters, revealing the infinite sky above. Let this visualization fill you with the knowing that no limit can contain your true potential. Speak these words with conviction. I now shatter all self-imposed limitations. My potential for wealth is as boundless as the universe itself. I expand beyond all previous boundaries, embracing the infinite abundance that is my birthright. Hold this expanded state of awareness as you open your eyes, feeling the resonance of infinite possibility vibrating through every cell of your being. Let this heightened consciousness infuse your thoughts, your actions, and your very presence in the world. Know with unwavering certainty that the only limits that exist are those you choose to accept, mere illusions cast by doubt and old patterns of thinking. Each breath you take from this moment forward carries the power of this profound understanding. You are boundless, eternal, and free to create beyond all perceived constraints. Chapter 27. Anchoring the Infinite Within. In the heart of a vast ocean, a wise sailor named Thaddeus guided his vessel through turbulent seas. For days, he searched for the perfect anchoring spot, guided by ancient maritime wisdom passed down through generations. When at last he discovered a serene cove protected by towering cliffs, he dropped his anchor, not in haste but with deliberate intention. As the anchor settled into the depths, his ship found perfect stability, unmoved by the chaos of surrounding waters. You possess within you this same ability to establish unshakable stability in your relationship with abundance. Like Thaddeus's anchor reaching into deep waters, your connection to wealth must extend beyond surface-level practices into the depths of your being. The universal law of permanence teaches that what you anchor within your consciousness becomes your sustained reality. When you establish daily rituals that affirm and embody abundance, you create an immovable foundation from which prosperity naturally flows. These anchoring practices need not be complex. Begin each morning by affirming your oneness with the infinite source of abundance. Throughout your day, pause to acknowledge the wealth flowing through your life. As you close each evening, express gratitude for the prosperity that surrounds you. These simple yet powerful practices, performed with consistency, forge neural pathways that make abundance your natural state of being. In the mountains of the East, A master builder named Wei understood this principle of anchoring. When commissioned to build a grand temple, he spent many moons preparing the foundation, much to the confusion of onlookers. The temple's beauty will be in its towers, they said. Why spend so much time on what lies beneath? Wei simply smiled, knowing that the temple's endurance would depend not on its visible glory, but on its invisible strength. As the years passed, while other structures crumbled in storms and earthquakes, Wei's temple stood unwavering, its foundation holding firm against all challenges. So too will your prosperity stand unshaken when properly anchored in daily practice. To establish your own foundation of abundance, embrace this ancient anchoring ritual. Each morning, find a quiet space as the sun rises. Place your hands upon your heart and speak these words. I anchor the infinite flow of abundance within my being. As surely as the sun rises, prosperity flows to and through me. I am stable, secure, and permanently connected to the source of all wealth. Feel these words resonating through every cell of your body, allowing their sacred vibration to settle deep within your consciousness like roots anchoring into fertile soil. Let this practice become as natural as breathing, a daily renewal of your unshakable connection to abundance. Just as ancient temples drew power from their daily rituals, your prosperity will grow stronger with each morning's devotion, creating an eternal bridge between your earthly existence and the infinite flow of universal wealth. Chapter 28, The Cosmic Dance of Prosperity. In a grand theater of old, two dancers, Arya and Leon, moved as one across the polished floor. Their movements flowed like water, each step both purposeful and yielding. As Arya leaned forward, Leon supported her weight, and as he lifted, she rose effortlessly into the air. Neither led, neither followed. They existed in perfect harmony, demonstrating the sacred dance of creation. You stand at the same threshold between divine surrender and inspired action. The universe moves through you as you move through it, creating a symphony of manifestation that requires both your trust and your participation. The law of co-creation reveals that abundance flows most freely when you balance receptivity with initiative. Like the dancers, you must learn to sense when to step forward and when to yield, when to act, and when to allow. This dance of prosperity requires neither forcing nor waiting passively, but rather a graceful integration of both energies. In your journey toward infinite wealth, you are both the choreographer and the performer. The universe provides the music, the opportunities, inspirations, and divine timing, while you contribute the movements through your aligned actions and intentions. In a humble workshop in the valley, a potter named Maya understood this delicate balance. As her hands shaped the spinning clay, she neither dominated the material nor remained passive. Instead, she entered a state of flowing partnership with her creation. The clay responded to her touch while she honored its natural tendencies, resulting in vessels of extraordinary beauty. The clay knows its nature, Maya would say. I simply help it remember its highest form. Her work emerged from this sacred space between doing and being, effort and allowance. Your prosperity unfolds in much the same way. When you align your actions with the natural flow of abundance while maintaining trust in the universe's greater plan, you enter the perfect state of co-creation. This is not about controlling outcomes or surrendering your power. It is about dancing in harmony with the infinite intelligence that guides all things. To embody this dance of prosperity, practice this movement meditation. Stand in a quiet space with your feet planted firmly on the ground. Begin to sway gently, like a tree in the wind. As you move, Let your right side represent inspired action and your left side represent divine surrender. Now, with each movement, allow these energies to merge and flow through you. Feel the rhythm of giving and receiving, doing and being, acting and allowing. Let your body become a living expression of this sacred balance. Through this practice, you attune yourself to the natural rhythm of abundance, learning to move in perfect harmony with the universe's flow while maintaining your own creative power. This is the dance of infinite wealth, a celebration of your partnership with the divine source of all prosperity. As you continue this sacred movement, feel how each gentle sway aligns you more deeply with the eternal current of abundance that flows through all creation. Your body becomes a living temple, a vessel through which universal prosperity moves and expresses itself. In this dance, you embody both the strength of conscious creation and the grace of divine receptivity, allowing wealth to flow to you and through you with effortless ease. Chapter 29. Abundance Beyond Wealth. In a distant realm there lived a king named Aldrich who measured his wealth by the towers of gold in his treasury. Each morning he would count his riches, yet his heart remained heavy with an unexplained emptiness. One day, while walking through his kingdom in disguise, he witnessed something that transformed his understanding forever. In the town square he saw children playing together, their laughter richer than any coin. He observed merchants exchanging not just goods but warm greetings and genuine care. In the gardens he found healers freely sharing their wisdom, and in the temples he discovered people finding peace in quiet meditation. As the sun set that evening, Aldrich realized that true abundance flowed not from his coffers, but from the harmonious rhythms of his kingdom's daily life. His greatest treasure was not the gold he hoarded, but the flourishing spirit of his people. You, like Aldrich, may have focused your attention on material measures of wealth, yet abundance reveals itself in countless forms, in the depth of your relationships, the vitality of your health, and the richness of your spiritual connection. True prosperity emerges when all these aspects flow together in perfect harmony. The universe's abundance manifests not only as financial wealth but as an intricate tapestry of well-being. When you expand your awareness to embrace this fuller spectrum of prosperity, you activate a more profound flow of universal energy. In the village of Moonlight Vale, the inhabitants discovered this truth through their own experience. During a time of material scarcity, they began sharing their unique gifts. One taught music, another shared healing herbs, while others offered their strength for building and farming. Soon, their collective talents created a tapestry of abundance that surpassed any individual wealth they had known before. As resources flowed freely between neighbors, their bonds strengthened. Gardens flourished, music filled the streets, and wisdom passed freely from elder to youth. Their material circumstances improved naturally as their understanding of wealth expanded beyond mere coins and possessions. To embrace this expanded vision of abundance, practice this ancient ritual of gratitude. Each evening, light a candle and take 3 deep breaths. Then, acknowledge one blessing from each dimension of wealth, perhaps a moment of laughter shared with a friend, the strength in your body as you walked in nature, or an insight that brought you peace. Feel the richness of these experiences as deeply as you would appreciate gold coins filling your hands. Let your appreciation illuminate the vast abundance already present in your life. Through this practice, you begin to perceive the infinite forms of wealth that surround you. As your awareness expands, you naturally attract greater abundance in all its manifestations, creating a life rich in every dimension. Chapter 30. Ascension into infinite prosperity. In the ancient scrolls of wisdom, a tale speaks of a magnificent phoenix named Aurelia. Each dawn, she would soar through golden skies, her wings trailing stardust. Yet one day, consumed by doubt, her radiance dimmed and she plummeted to earth, reduced to ashes. In that moment of deepest darkness, she remembered her true nature. From those very ashes, she arose more brilliant than before, her light illuminating the entire kingdom. You stand at this same threshold of transformation. Like Aurelia, you possess the innate power to rise from any circumstance into a state of infinite abundance. This transformation occurs not through external change, but through awakening to your true nature as a being of unlimited prosperity. The quantum field responds not to what you do, but to who you are. When you fully embody the frequency of abundance, you naturally attract wealth in all its forms. This is not a temporary state to achieve, but your natural way of being. In the mystical realm of Avalon, there lived a wise woman named Celestia, who built a bridge between two worlds. On one side lay the material realm of gold and silver. On the other, the spiritual dimension of infinite possibility. For years, people would choose one side or the other, believing they must sacrifice one for the other. Celestia revealed a profound truth. These realms were never meant to be separate. As she walked the bridge daily, she demonstrated how spiritual wisdom naturally creates material abundance, while material prosperity provides opportunities for spiritual growth. This bridge exists within you, woven into the very fabric of your being. You need not choose between spiritual enlightenment and material wealth, for they are but two expressions of the same divine force. When you align with the universal flow, both realms merge into a single stream of infinite abundance, creating a harmonious dance between the seen and unseen worlds. Like the ancient sages who understood this profound truth, you too can walk this sacred path where heaven and earth become one, where spiritual wisdom naturally draws forth material blessings, and where worldly success deepens your connection to the divine. To embrace this truth, settle into this sacred practice passed down through generations. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Breathe deeply into your heart center. Envision yourself as pure light, expanding endlessly in all directions. Feel the infinite abundance of the universe flowing through you effortlessly. Know that this is your natural state, not something to achieve, but simply to remember and allow. Let this knowing settle into every cell of your being. You are abundance itself, expressing through human form. Conclusion. Through the mists of time, these sacred teachings have been preserved, waiting for those ready to embrace their infinite potential. As you close these pages, know that you have not merely read words, but have awakened to the timeless wisdom that flows through all existence. Like water finding its natural course, prosperity now moves through you with divine grace. You have uncovered the truth that abundance is not a destination to reach, but a frequency to embody. Each breath draws you deeper into this knowing. Each moment expands your capacity to receive. In the vast tapestry of existence, you now recognize yourself as a living channel of infinite wealth. The quantum field responds to your elevated consciousness, manifesting abundance not through effort, but through alignment. You have transformed from a seeker of prosperity into prosperity itself. The ancient masters spoke of this transformation, knowing that when one soul awakens to their true nature, countless others are lifted. As you step forth into the world, radiating the light of abundance, you become a living testament to these eternal principles. Your very presence invites others to remember their own divine inheritance. The universal flow of wealth moves through you now with perfect precision. No longer do you chase abundance, for you have become one with its source. Every thought, every action emerges from this space of infinite possibility, creating ripples of prosperity that touch all lives. Remember that these teachings are not meant to rest within these pages alone. They seek expression through your unique gifts, your particular path. As you share your light, as you allow abundance to flow freely through you, you participate in the grand dance of creation, expanding the field of possibility for all. You stand now as both student and teacher, receiver and giver, in perfect balance with the universal flow. The wisdom you have uncovered will continue to deepen, revealing new layers of truth as you walk this sacred path. For quantum prosperity is not a final destination, but an eternal unfolding of infinite potential. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.